New kid on the block. Stepped up. His first fight, in fact, was where, Michael? Japan.
Over in Japan against the great Kusatsu on a Japanese K1 card. I don't know what's so great about Kusatsu, but that was the first ever Cedric Kongalaki kickboxing fight. And what a baptism of fire.
So going over there fighting pro in front of a huge audience in Japan. Cedric really stepping up.
Actually, I think on the undercard of Mark Hunt versus Tsuyoshi Nakasato, Muhammad Ali Azui fought on the same card, and Cedric Boom Boom Kongalaki against the great Kusatsu, and he's come a long way since. Still only about 6-7 fights under his belt, Cedric Kongalaki, and a long way to go for him. ShaneMeads, on the other hand, a very experienced campaigner. As King Billy said, a former Cruiserweight World's Champion. And tonight, the Super Cruiser title on the line.
I'll tell you what, Cedric is a fighter, Michael, that we've seen him fight a number of times, and he always fights better outside of Melbourne. He's based in Melbourne. Get him outside of Melbourne, get him in Sydney, loves it, and he really rallies.
Oh, Cedric taking an early trip to the canvas. ShaneMeads is tagging him over in the neutral corner.
He's tough, though, Cedric. He's a very tough campaigner.
Referee Rob Murdoch Jr. applying the count to Cedric Kongalaki. Kongalaki looks okay, though, and he really has slimmed down for this one, taking the fight on very short notice.
Let's go.
Not looking to carry any fat on him at all. Coming in at a crisp 90 kilos. ShaneMeads going for that big put-away punch, and here comes Boom Boom. Oh, the big overhead right from Kongalaki tags him. Oh, how do you do? What a turn of tide. ShaneMeads on rubber leg street, and Boom Boom Kongalaki in the house.
I'll tell you what. Kongalaki looking at Paul Fifield, the boys from the Underworld Gym in Melbourne. They're ecstatic. Kongalaki, who's rallied well and really taken it up to ShaneMeads now.
ShaneMeads taking more shots than the camera here in the first round, and he's on the attack again. Big overhand right from Kongalaki. He wants the world title. Left hook, right hand, Meads in all sorts of bother, and perhaps saved by the bell.
Well, I tell you what, Meads in a little bit of bother there towards the end of that first round. Kongalaki taking it right up. Paul Fifield will be in Kongaga's ear now, telling him to jump on Meads at the start of the second. But you see Kongalaki, he got caught early in the first round. Meads thought it was going to be easy pickings for him. Straight right, flush to the front of the face there. Kongalaki put him down. He shook it off and he came back like a champ and took out Meads, or took Meads down. Double left, sent Meads downwards, and got him a count, so they had a count each. And geez, what a lot of heart from both boys. As Meads got up and shook it off at the end, he stood up just to get another one. And perhaps a little bit slow into beat now, but nevertheless, he's bounced up, bang, he's copped it again. Kongalaki taking full advantage of that.
That's some of the most awesome action we've seen in New South Wales kickboxing. Here we go, folks. Round two, and Cedric Kongalaki opens up like a house on fire. Meads a tagging right hand to the side of the head, and this place has erupted.
I'll tell you what, Meads is in for a real battle here. Kongalaki is, as I said, outside of Melbourne. He loves it for some reason, and he really takes it, steps it up.
Kongalaki. Right, left hook from Kongalaki, then goes to the body.
Step away.
ShaneMeads forced to tie him up over against the ropes. High up on that rib cage, just tucking it under the right arm. There was the round kick from Meads, and yet again, the former cruiserweight champ. Kongalaki usually fights as a heavyweight. He's had to slim down for this one. Rattling right hand to the side of the head again from Boom Boom. Slapping right round kick. Follow up straight right hand there from Meads. Switch up round kick to the lead thigh from Meads.
Well, Meads rolling in some nice kicks. The switch up lead kick is very, very quick indeed.
Flash of leg kicks in centre ring. Both men pulling out all the stops here. Frankie Zammit, all sorts of instructions to ShaneMeads in one corner. Paul Fifield, Tarek Solak in the corner of Cedric Kongalaki. Rattling right hand again there from Cedric Kongalaki. Chance go up now for ShaneMeads. High left round kick, caught on the forearms there by Kongalaki. High right round kick from Meads, trying to loop the ankle around the back of the neck, couldn't get off. And this is an electrifying semi-main event. We've still got Foley and Nealon to come, Hammer.
Oh, I'll tell you what, it's really winding up to be an action-packed night. And these two boys are really holding back nothing.
Big tub-thumping right hand there from Kongalaki. Both men taking a step back, taking a deep breath. End of the second round. Hammer, a hard one to separate. Ozkan's victory over Stan Longinides. The Silver Fox Paul Fifield. Tarak Solak reminding Cedric Kongalaki, you're fighting for a world title, son. It's all on the line. Pull out all the stops and give it your best. And also great to see the headhunter helping out in the corner of Cedric Kongalaki. Here we go. Third round of action. Slapping outside thigh kick from ShaneMeads.
Well, initially, Meads was meant to be squaring up against an opponent from the United States.
Edwin Aguilar from San Diego.
Problems with the visa, however, led to Cedric taking the fight once again on late notice. And I tell you what,
big right hand again from Cedric. He's caught him sweetly. ShaneMeads taking more shots than you during happy hour, Hammer.
I'll tell you what, down at Area 61, of course, with Peter and all the Sublime boys.
Big right hand from Meads, and Kongalaki just ducking under it. What an explosive battle.
Well, I'll tell you what, when Kongalaki plants his feet and lets those body shots and head shots go, Meads is going to have his guard nice and tight, because Cedric certainly generates a hell of a lot of power behind him.
Outside thigh kick by both men. Long-ranging jab from Meads. He's got those hands down low again. Forced to cover up. Nice body shot from Kongalaki off the right. Meads just looks forward. Round kick, straight right hand combination. A lot of power being thrown by Meads. Those big grunts you can hear ringside here, Hammer.
Well, there was one bit of advice that Paul Fifield said to Cedric was take the leg kick, dig in, take the leg kick and answer it with hands. But I tell you what, against a fighter, the ability of ShaneMeads, who loves to wind up those leg kicks, it's certainly going to take its toll on Cedric, because Meads really powers up in those Thai-style fashion kicks that he does. There's another one.
And geez, Hammer, Tarak Solak losing the absolute plot here ringside is Cedric Kongalaki, and ShaneMeads powering through again. Kongalaki now taking a lot of punishment, a lot of headshots, and a good end to that round there. Maybe enough to steal it for ShaneMeads.
Well, that one certainly, the round locked that one away to Meads. Cedric slowed a little in that round. But I'll tell you what, Cedric Kongalaki sparring with the likes of Tosca Petrides and all the guys down at the Underworld gym in Melbourne, he will be used to taking some big shots.
Sam Greco.
Slam Sam on the comeback trail.
Rumours abounding of his return to K1.
But Cedric is really not a fighter or a man to take a step backwards. Once again, the switch-up round kick from Meads, hands over the top. He combines well, hands and feet, Meads. Cedric trying to get away some looping shots, catching him more on the forearm.
Here we go with round 4 of 7.
Here we go, fourth round of action. Yes, indeed. King Billy Fisher, ever excitable, and Rob Murdoch Jr. will get us underway. The World Super Cruiserweight strap, WKBF sanctioned on the line. Michael Chevello ringside with the Hammer, Mark Castanini. ShaneMeads left of screen, Cedric Boom Boom Kongalaki right of screen. And this has been one of the best fights we've ever seen here in New South Wales.
Oh, that's a big statement, Michael.
Hammer, it's been an absolute corker. It really has.
Oh, you can have that statement all on your own.
I'm loving this. And I'm sure everyone watching at home's watching it and loving it as well.
It's a great fight. We've seen a great array of fights tonight.
Outside thigh kick there from Meads.
As I said, testament to the heart of Cedric Kongalaki and stepping up and taking the challenge of an amateur world title, or is it a pro world title? Who knows? There's world titles going everywhere. Billy Fisher's got world titles going tonight. Those titles are plenty.
High lead round kick from Meads. Kongalaki fires back with that big right hand. Here he comes forward again. They're going at it, Hammer and Tom. Always back to go with the Hammer.
Wipe your hands. Wipe your hands.
And geez, Cedric Kongalaki refusing to take, as the Hammer said, the backward step. Covers up now as Meads wades in on him once more. Some vicious shots there by ShaneMeads.
Just have a look at the conditioning on ShaneMeads, though. Having the Bulldog boys prepared him a treat for this one. He was ready to take on the yank. No problems at all, thank you very much. And Cedric stepped up, issued the challenge, or stepped up to the challenge.
ShaneMeads unloading on him now.
And Kongalaki taking an array of headshots there. Meads just teeing right off. Kongalaki getting the count.
Wow, Cedric Kongalaki.
Look at Meads. He's looking at Cedric going, what the hell do I have to do to put this guy away? He's given him his best shot.
Saying, go down.
And he's still there, Cedric.
Here comes Meads again. It's like something out of a Rocky movie. And Cedric Kongalaki firing back now. Will he tag him?
He needs to throw the kicks, as Fifield said. Hands and feet combined. Cedric just tired.
Outside thigh kick from Meads. Those long-ranging hands again. Cedric forced to cover up. He's got no place to go. And Cedric Kongalaki
trying to get a bit of room to let the big ones go.
Here we go, folks. 5th round of action. We are set for 7. It has been explosive. It has been in your face for the whole fight so far. A seesawing contest, and perhaps at the moment ShaneMeads with the upper hand. Although it was Cedric Kongalaki early on. Flicking a high left round kick, just slapped him on the side of the face there from Meads. Then goes downstairs to the lead thigh, does Meads.
I'll tell you what, Meads is the aggressor, but you can see in his eyes that he's well wary of the power that Kongalaki possesses.
High left round kick by Meads, just caught him on the forearms. Kongalaki backing himself against the ropes, moving around laterally, trying to suck in the valuable air.
Tell you what, all the Islander boys back in Melbourne, Alan Latu and all the crew of the Tongans, they'll be very proud at the effort that Kongalaki putting in here, showing a lot of heart, a lot of that rugby heart that the Islander boys exhibit.
Turn around left hook there from Kongalaki, moves forward again. Nice rib shot from ShaneMeads.
And Jesus, and Meads going to have to work for this one, Michael. He's given it his all. He's wondering what he has to do to take it, to take it out and to stop Kongalaki. But Kongalaki is not one to lie down, and his best efforts have always been in Sydney, and you can certainly add this one to those line of fights that he's had thus far.
Kongalaki. Meads moves forward again. Glancing right hand, didn't find the mark. Brief glance towards his corner. Launches another rib kick. High up on the rib cage, just under the left arm. Then goes to the right rib cage. Maybe even looking for the liver section on Kongalaki. Kongalaki leaping left hook. He was saving his pennies for that one. Didn't come off for him. Meads ties him up. And Rob Murdoch Jr. separates both men. We are 1 minute 50 down in this round. Outside thigh kick to the lead thigh to end proceedings there from ShaneMeads' hammer. And again, stamp that one, lock it in for ShaneMeads.
Well, ShaneMeads just doing too much. He's prepped for this fight, that's for sure.
6 and 7 to go. 6 and 7. Don't wait for the last round. Don't wait for the last round. Hit the head-on points. You've decked him, you've hurt him. He's decked you, and he's hurt more, mate. He's bitter, but he didn't want to come in. Why not?
All I want you to do is win this round. That's all I want you to do. Not the last one. Not all of it. Just this round.
Seconds down. We have 2 rounds to go. This is round 6.
Geez, Hammer, if Tarek Solid doesn't need a pack of throat lozenges after tonight. It is heated stuff in the ring. A lot of pride and a big world title on the line for Cedric Kongalaki. Could really make him overnight if he beats ShaneMeads here. But Meads has really powered up in the past 3 rounds and is well in control of this fight.
Well, it's easy to say, harder to do. And I tell you what, Cedric's the man in centre ring, taking the battle scars at the moment from a very prepped ShaneMeads.
Good defence against the high left round kick there from Kongalaki. Trying to chop away to the rear thigh of Meads. Meads just pecks him off. Round kicks again from Meads. Using those long-ranging limbs of his. 35 seconds down in the penultimate round.
I tell you what, ShaneMeads has stepped up in weight. Like to see ShaneMeads step up against Paul Slawinski. Tie rules. That'd be something special.
Good contest. Outside thigh kick there from Meads. Kongalaki just moving with the left hook. The overhand right from Kongalaki. Looking for the big bok choy. Hasn't come for him yet.
The big bok choy.
Oh, tagging right hand to the side of the head by ShaneMeads.
It's always food analogies with you, Sherrod, isn't it?
Meads looking for the big 4 and 20.
But here comes Meads now unloading again.
Unanswered punches on Cedric Kongalaki, forced to cover up against the ropes. ShaneMeads all over him like a rush. Standing count being applied here on Cedric Kongalaki. Well, what can he do? Relentless. ShaneMeads wants to take the Super Cruiserweight World title. Meads sucking in the air. lurches forward once again.
Well, he's crawling forward. I think he's spent his energy, Meads. He's wondering what he has to do against a very tough opponent in Kongalaki.
Cedric Kongalaki has taken more hits than the internet in this round.
They're taking on, going Thai style, setting up for the grapple. No grappling allowed in this one, fellas. Straight kickboxing is what we want to see.
Round kick off the lead leg there from Meads. Both men are sapped. A nice tagging punch to end the round. The WKBF Amateur Super Cruiserweight title on the line. 7-rounder would be an amateur, Hammer.
It will have to be. And forget the title, Michael. The title is, I suppose, a byproduct of this.
It really is a bonus of a great fight.
It's just a great battle that has been exhibited from both boys.
And quite an intense rivalry between these two gyms as well. Sweat flying off the brow of Cedric Kongalaki now, raining in those punches on ShaneMeads. Meads just shrugs him off. Last time these two gyms met, of course, it was the headhunter who knocked out Frank Zammit at the Sydney Town Hall in one of the all-time great KKOs. And now Meads looking for a revenge factor here tonight.
We'll have a look at the right underarm of Kongalaki. It's absolutely bruised and battered from those kicks of Meads. And there's another one to add to the array.
Kaleidoscope of colour there.
His ribs, his elbow. It's taken an absolute battering via the shin of Meads. Meads loading up Thai style with those kicks.
Meads inches forward again, attacking that damaged upper right rib cage of Cedric Kongalaki. Outside thigh kick by Meads. Left hook by Kongalaki. Kongalaki really hasn't got much left. Maybe one last flurry. Maybe one last explosion. Kongalaki letting himself be backed against the ropes. Meads totally in control of this fight. Can Kongalaki pull a proverbial rabbit out of the hat?
He's breathing it up heavy now, Kongalaki.
Has he got the pepper? Cedric Kongalaki. Has he got the fuel left in the tank? And here comes Meads once more. Kongalaki, hands down around his waist. Just got him up in time. Into the final 15 seconds now.
Well, he's certainly earning his dollars here tonight, Cedric. He's done it the hard way, but he should hold his head very proud.
Big right hand from Meads. Caught him sweetly. The one last rally from ShaneMeads. Kongalaki forced to cover up over in the corner. And there it is. Into the 7th and final round.
Well, I'll tell you what, Michael, look at the way for ShaneMeads. He was prepped and ready and certainly well versed in his technical skills here tonight. But Kongalaki, you've got to give him the award for having the biggest heart of the night, because he didn't take a step backwards. He wore some of the best shots that Meads dished out to him. He was dropped, he came back. What a battle.
Was that worthy of a world title fight? What a gutsy effort from both fighters in that one tonight.
Well, we await the official decision. I'm sure there's no doubt as to who it will go to.
By unanimous points decision, out of the blue corner, ShaneMeads.
And there you have it, folks. The WKBF Amateur Super Cruiserweight Champion of the World, ShaneMeads.